They just posted some on Instagram, so I'm about to find out. Okay, so my phone just gave me a notification that Shotover posted something. You look so nervous. It could not be something. Swipe down. Shotover just shared a post.
Read it loud.
Check.
Shouldn't you film yourself? Like a phone?
Shotover G1 giveaway top 6 grand prize finalist Levi Allen.
Top 6, eh?
I don't. That threw me off that there's 6. Congratulations to your top 6 grand prize finalists. Shotover G1 giveaway.
How do you feel?
Yeah, great.
You're so calm.
I'm like I mean,
No.
I want to win. Hey friend, Levi Allen here. Welcome to the Left Coast Life. It's really good to have you. That clip you just watched was us last night at my parents' house celebrating Easter with a dinner. Both families were together. It was lots of fun. But to be honest, I was a little distracted most of the day actually, because it was the 15th and they told us, the Shotover giveaway people, Shotover, told us they were gonna announce the finalists that day. So I was just like waiting all day, and in the evening noticed they posted on Instagram. Turns out I'm a finalist in the giveaway. How crazy is that? Whew, it's just like buzzing with excitement and energy. It's just like so cool, so absolutely grateful for the voting squad and everyone that just like believed in us and like voted every day or even once or twice. That's just like crazy. It feels so good to have that level of support. I'm just really excited to go to Vegas. So we're going to Vegas. That's the next step. We're flying down to Vegas, and on the 25th at their booth at this trade show, they're gonna announce the finalists, like the winner, to see if we won $150,000 of camera gear, which is crazy. I feel like I'm saying crazy a lot, but it's truly insane. I've never been this close to winning something like this before in my life. This is really fun. So today, we just went to an Easter service at our church. We're now here at Cascade Falls. We're just hanging out and having a good family time. It's awesome.
The clouds are gone, but I'm still here with the wounds on my feet. Where will you be? If I left the house broken, I walked this dirty streets for years. I left it all to see you.
So Janelle, did Cascade Falls live up to your expectations?
Oh yeah, I love waterfalls.
Janelle loves waterfalls.
All waterfalls.
I have one really important question for you that everybody has been dying to know. Did you vote every day?
Oh yeah. I tried to vote multiple times a day.
The next days and weeks progressively get more and more crazy with little random travel things. Janelle's parents just left today to go see other relatives. Other siblings are leaving tomorrow and the day after. And Janelle and I are leaving to go to her graduation on Wednesday. And then from her graduation, I fly to Las Vegas Janelle isn't flying with me. Sorry.
Yeah.
Just trying to keep the costs as low as possible. Definitely don't just do trips to Vegas for fun. But yeah, when we get to the end of April, we'll look back and hopefully we can rest a little bit.
Yeah.
Would you like some rest?
Yes.
Maybe we'll do a van trip. Hey, nice shirt there, sir.
Yeah, thanks, man. It's pretty comfortable.
This was
Nice sticker there, Mom.
kinda.
Looks good.
It looks really good.
Seeing apples.
Is this it? Yeah, I guess so.
Yikes. Nice. Just putting the table back. We use it at my parents' house for Easter dinner. I got something to show you. Okay, so a question I've gotten before is how do you actually go about backing up your media? My process is not terribly complicated. I do hold on to all of the footage I shoot. I find it's terribly helpful to kind of have it all there, especially with the vlog stuff. I've asked myself before if I should delete it, but I don't. I keep all of it. So what I do when I'm kind of done with a project or if I'm backing it up, I will copy it to 2 drives. I'll label 1A, 1B with a number in front of it so I know which drive it is. I'll put a label on the drive itself so I can see physically on the drive which drive it actually is. And then I'll just copy it to one drive and duplicate that to the other. So I have a folder structure I use for my projects. I talk about it in my Premiere Pro editing series. And yeah, I essentially just duplicate the drives. It's not very complicated. I like using these external drives that have enclosures on them because it's easier to kind of access multiple of them at a time. And yeah, so that's how I go about backing up and archiving. And technically, then I should take one drive and move it to a different physical location. So that way, if something burns down, I still have a copy. But I wanted to do something different, not something that I normally do, because I've just been thinking about it, and I would kind of be upset with myself if I didn't talk about it quickly today. But it's impossible for me on Easter not to think about the question of who historically was this person called Jesus. Like, who was that person? Was he actually who he said he was? Or was he just a phony false prophet and some whack job who said some crazy things? And I don't mean to like weird you out bringing up a topic like this, but it's actually a really interesting and kind of important question on where you land on that. Because I hear some people when they talk about like, who was this person? They go, oh yeah, like he was a wise teacher or he taught good ways to live and treat each other, love your neighbor and things like that. But there's really only like 2 conclusions that I can wrap my head around arriving at about who he was. And either one, he was a crazy person who taught some insane things, had some good things, but I mean, who he claimed to be and what he claimed to do on this earth was crazy. So therefore, those 2 things together, you definitely shouldn't take anything he says and try implement it or follow it. And then the other option is he was who he said he was, and so we should take his teaching very seriously. The opinion that I don't understand is kind of like right in the middle there of like, well, he taught some good things and some of his things were a little bit out there. Because it's like, I don't really think that we should be taking advice from people that say some really crazy things. And so that's where this question of who was he actually is a really important question to arrive at a conclusion for yourself. And I totally respect the conclusions that people arrive at. I have a hard time personally understanding when people don't arrive at like any conclusion and they kind of want to be somewhere in the middle. Because I'm going to butcher this quote, but like one of my favorite authors, C.S. Lewis, says something along the lines of either what he said is of the utmost importance, like the most important, or it's not important at all, and we need to like completely reject it. But it can't be like somewhere in the middle. It can't be moderately important. Like, you can't just take some of the things that he says like, oh, love people like as yourself. That's great. And then ignore the other crazy things that he claimed about himself. Sorry, that's kind of weird for you. I personally don't mind discussing stuff like this and questions around those kind of topics. I know it certainly doesn't always work well on the internet or things like that. But yeah, I can't help thinking about something like that at this time of year and just kind of the radical implications that will have on like the way you live your life and the decisions you make on where you've arrived at if you're kind of in 3 of those camps. You either think what he said was true, you think what he said was completely and utterly false, or you're kind of somewhere in the middle. And I think it's so much better to be somewhere on that spectrum than just like, it's just like, yeah. So anyhow, the next days are crazy. I feel like tomorrow I should show you a list of all the projects I'm wrapping up, just because there's quite a few. People have been asking about Slack Life updates, and I would really like to give you an update on that. So I should right now. There's not going to be a new episode till May. Sorry, I tried so hard to get it done before all this stuff, but it's just not possible, and I need to make sure I do it the best I can. So Slack Life is going to have to wait. I have some really rad videos I'm wrapping up for clients. I need to make sure I do those well. I might have some personal videos on this channel along with vlogs coming up. Yeah, actually, that reminds me. I need to ask you a question. If you've watched to this far, I wonder how many people have actually watched to this point in the video now that I've maybe lost like half of you. But I'm going to be doing a video on my Kessler second shooter time-lapse system. I know I've been saying that video is coming for a while. I'm going to do it. So if you've got any questions about motorized time-lapses, let me know. And also audio systems. I'm going to be doing a video on the audio gear that I use on the Slack Life series. So if you have questions about either of those two things, I'm going to be making videos on those hopefully in the next couple of days, so that way I can release them across the next couple of weeks when I'm traveling and things like that. If you got questions about that, let me know. But that's it for this video. Really appreciate you following along. Great having you enjoy the adventure with us today. That's going to be it. Thank you for watching. If you aren't subscribed, that's okay. You could watch another video. I think maybe I'll put one there. Yeah. Huh. Okay. Yeah. Remember, life's better when you make stuff.